Mr. Ward, your tents disrupt community harmony. Malcolm Reed's words hit like a snapped rope, jarring the peace of my Clearmont property. My pulse spikes, but my hands stay steady. I'm Ethan Ward, 38, property owner, steward of my family's 50-acre land. The Clearmont HOA just slapped me with a notice banning camping. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment. This one's a storm. I'm in my shed, air thick with canvas dust, when Silas Boone's call lands. Ethan, he says, voice tight. They're banning your campsite. I grab my keys, the zoning permit in my pocket, and head to the site. The hills stretch wide, air heavy with canvas scent, earth. At the property's edge, a notice nailed to a post claims my campsite violates community standards. My dad, Caleb Ward, 65, built this site, its canvas taut as his pride. Malcolm Reed, HOA leader, 50S, slick in a pressed suit, stands by the campsite, flanked by 2 enforcers in khaki, their Clearmont HOA inspector badges glinting. The notice cites visual violations. I scoff, my zoning instincts sharp. This site's on my land, I say, stepping close. Malcolm's smirk is cold, his aftershave biting. Comply, Ethan, he says, or lose more. His enforcers nod, one gripping a clipboard like it's authority. Sheriff Silas Boone, badge shining, shifts nearby, uneasy. You're banning my dad's campsite, I say, voice low, on my property. Caleb's beside me, his eyes fierce despite his age. The notice claims the site's HOA regulated, a lie. My grandfather's 1992 permit proves our rights. Malcolm's goons struck while I was in Idaho Falls surveying a plot. My friend, Jonah Holt, a vlogger exposing HOA scams, owes me for a past deal. Malcolm doesn't know my leverage yet. I steady Caleb, my hand on his arm. This is our site, I whisper. He nods, jaw set. The hill air stings, the canvas flapping. Silas looks away, conflicted. My phone buzzes, a text from MR. Back off, Ward, it reads. My chuckle is dry, sharp. They're bold but careless. I've got a plan brewing, a 500 biker festival to shake their world. They just started a fight they can't win. I face Malcolm, my voice steel. You banned my campsite on my land, I say. Big mistake. His eyes flicker, but he's smug, thinking he's won. I guide Caleb back to the truck, his steps firm. The Clearmont hills roll vast, the canvas bright behind us. My grandfather's words echo, protect it, Ethan. I will. Malcolm's fake HOA thinks they can bully us, forge rules, erase Caleb's work. They don't know I've got Jonah Holt's vlog, my festival plan, my fight. They're about to learn. I guide Caleb back to his Clearmont house, Malcolm Reed's threat, back off Ward, burning like a frayed cord in my mind. The HOA notice, nailed to the post, stings like a rusted spike. The hills lie still, the campsite's canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. His eyes, fierce but worn, drive my resolve. Ever had someone attack your family's pride? Drop a comment. This fight's personal now. I'm Ethan Ward, 38, property owner. For 18 years I've managed our family's lands, mastering rural zoning, permits. My biggest card, a 500 biker festival planned to counter Malcolm's ban. Caleb, 65, built our campsite, its canvas, his legacy. Set with my grandfather in 1978. He taught me to read permits, spot frauds, defend our name. The kitchen smells of coffee, old wood. Caleb sits, hand steady. They hit while you were in Idaho Falls, he says. My grip tightens, anger surging like a jammed lever. My buddy Jonah Holt runs a vlog exposing HOA scams, owes me for a deal that saved his land. Malcolm doesn't know that yet. That's my edge. Caleb's campsite isn't just canvas, it's our core, our blood. We move to Caleb's study, shelves heavy with old surveys. My fingers trace the 1992 permit, it's paper-worn but solid. Clearmont plot, owned by Ward Properties. It reads, no HOA control, no rules. Malcolm's ban citing standards is a sham. I sit, the permit firm in my hands. Caleb fought shady developers in the ADS, their offers piling like dust. He taught me and Jonah to stand firm, outsmart threat. Caleb's voice shakes. I built that campsite, he says. I nod, throat tight. The ban landed when I was surveying in Idaho Falls. Malcolm's betting on fear, on fake rules. My phone sits nearby, his text glowing. Back off, Ward. Doubt creeps in. Are they watching Caleb's house? The hills outside stand quiet, but my instincts say they're close. I grab a flashlight, its weight grounding, to check the campsite. The yard air bites, the campsite's canvas taut. Malcolm called Caleb a violator, but I know every peg, every line he set. My zoning eye spots flaws like a bad deal. The campsite's pegs, Caleb maintained, are now targeted. Malcolm's banking on our fear, but I've got Jonah Holt's vlog, the law, on my side. Caleb's words guide me. Hold it, Ethan. I will. I steady Caleb, his gaze fierce. I'm in, son, he says. I nod, handing him a flashlight. The permit is in my pocket, Caleb's voice in my head. Keep it strong. Malcolm's fake HOA thinks they can threaten Caleb, scare me, erase his work. They're mistaken. I'm a property owner. Jonah Holt's ally, wired to fix what's broken, to dismantle what's false. My family's campsite is ours. They started this fight, but I'll end it, with Caleb beside me, our canvas tight. I guide Caleb back to his Clearmont house. Malcolm reads threat. Back off, Ward, pulsing like a seized pump in my mind. The HOA notice, nailed to the post, stings like a barbed hook. The hills lie still, the campsite's canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. His eyes, fierce but shaken, ignite my fury. Ever had someone target your family's legacy? Drop a comment. Malcolm's picking a fight he'll regret. Dawn breaks, cold and sharp. I head to the campsite where Caleb's pegs hold firm, mocked by a new notice. The air smells of canvas, faint earth. A khaki-clad enforcer, badge reading Clearmont HOA Inspector, nails a notice to a fence. $50,000 0 cents fine for camping violations, it declares. I scoff, my zoning instincts catching the fraud. This is Caleb's campsite, I say, stepping close. The enforcer, lean, mirrors Malcolm's slick grin. Pay or lose more, Ward, he says. HOA owns this now. His badge is flimsy, a cheap ploy. Tell Malcolm to check my permit, I snap. He backs off, eyes sharp, trouble brewing. I drive to town, Caleb beside me, quiet but alert. The feed store hums, but neighbors dodge my gaze. Old man Kane, who worked with Caleb, turns away. Malcolm's lies have spread, painting Caleb as reckless, me as a troublemaker. A sign looms outside, Clearmont HOA, preserve our harmony. My blood surges. They're claiming Caleb's campsite, his pride, like it's theirs. I spot Jonah Holt, 33, a vlogger exposing HOA scams, filming near the store. Ethan, he says, voice low. Heard about Caleb, got dirt. I nod, clutching the permit. Meet me later, I say. At noon, 2 more enforcers appear at the campsite, tools out, citing visual violations. I grab my tablet, pulling up Caleb's zoning logs. Your rules are junk, I say, pointing to their flawed citations. Pegs are perfect. Touch his campsite and your claims collapse. My voice is steel, 18 years of zoning precision cutting through. The taller enforcer, burly, glares. Malcolm says you're done, he growls. I stand firm. Touch Caleb's campsite and you're finished. They retreat, muttering, but I spot fresh cuts on the pegs, signs of sabotage. My phone rings, a business contact, voice tense. Ethan, he says. HOA called. Said you're causing trouble, might drop your deal. My teeth grind. Malcolm's hitting my livelihood now. I head to the campsite, the hill air thick with canvas dust, heat. The pegs, their lines, show new scratches, tampered. Suspicion claws at me. Are they rigging Caleb's campsite to fail? I set up a trail cam, tucked in the brush, its lens sharp. My grandfather taught me to cover every angle, and I'm covering now. Back at Caleb's, I find another notice on the fence. Cease campsite use or face seizure, it reads, Malcolm's signature bold. Caleb's fists tighten, his voice low. They can't do this, Ethan, he says. I nod, my hand on his arm. My buddy Jonah Holt's vlog would crush this fraud. Malcolm doesn't know our connection. I think of Caleb, his hands on the pegs, teaching me to protect, to fight. His campsite, his legacy, are our blood. Malcolm's fake HOA is a shaky contraption, and I know contraptions. I'll break his. I meet Jonah at the diner, the air heavy with coffee, grease. Malcolm's running a racket, he says, showing me online posts about forged HOAs. I hand him the permit. They're faking claims, I say. Caleb's campsite was just the start. Jonah's eyes spark. Let's expose them, he says. My phone buzzes. A text from MR. Quit now or Caleb pays. The diner's hum fades, my pulse loud. Malcolm thinks he can scare me, threaten Caleb, ruin his work. He's wrong. I'm a property owner, Jonah Holt's ally, and this campsite's mine. I'll dismantle his lies wide open. I clutch the HOA notice, Malcolm reads threat, quit now, or Caleb pays, pulsing like a clogged pipe in my mind. The trail cam footage, catching his goons cutting Caleb's campsite pegs, fuels my resolve like a primed circuit. The Clearmont hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. Caleb's asleep, his defiance sharpening my edge. Ever had neighbors turn on you? Drop your HOA horror stories below. Malcolm's poison is spreading fast. I head to town, the 1992 permit in my pocket, its paper coarse. The feed store buzzes, but faces dodge me. Old man Kane, who worked with Caleb, slips behind a shelf. Two guys from the HOA's new plots point, muttering. Malcolm's lies have taken hold, branding Caleb as unsafe, me as a disruptor. My jaw tightens, my zoning instincts flaring. I maintain Caleb's campsite, know its pegs. Malcolm's fake HOA is a wobbly rig, and I'll tear it down. I spot Jonah Holt outside, his camera rolling, capturing the town's tension. "Ethan," he says, voice hushed, "your story's hitting big online." I show him the permit, the 1992 proof of my campsite ownership. "Malcolm's ban is a scam," I say. Jonah nods, his gaze sharp. "Meet me at my place," he says. "We'll plan." My chest tightens, suspicion rising. Is Malcolm's crew tailing us? The air smells of grain, mistrust. But Jonah's a fighter, like me. I drive to Amos Kane's office, a neighbor who's battled zoning disputes before. His desk smells of ink, old wood. "Malcolm has folks scared," Amos says, voice gruff. "He's claiming your campsite as HOA property. He hands me a 1992 zoning map matching my permit, showing my campsite's true control. They tampered with Caleb's pegs," he says. "Check the lines." My blood surges. My grandfather trusted Amos, and so do I. "Thanks," I say. "Keep this quiet." He nods, his eyes firm. I head to the campsite where pegs meet earth. The hill air stings, heavy with canvas dust. Earth. The scratched pegs, a half-inch scarred, show fresh marks. My trail cam's footage, checked on my tablet, reveals two khaki-clad goons cutting pegs at midnight, their faces caught in starlight. My pulse races. This is theft, bold and vicious. The pegs, their lines, Caleb maintained. Malcolm's scam depends on his work. I save the clip, my instincts screaming. Back at Caleb's, I attend a fake HOA meeting in Malcolm's town hall, the air heavy with polished control. Malcolm stands at a podium, preaching neighborhood unity. "Clearmont must comply," he says, smirking. The crowd nods, cowed by his fines, his threats. I stand, holding the zoning map. "This proves my campsite's mine," I say, voice steady. "You tampered with Caleb's pegs." Murmurs ripple, faces uneasy. Malcolm's eyes narrow. "Sit down, Ward," he snaps. Sheriff Silas Boone by the door shifts, his badge glinting, trapped in Malcolm's web. Gideon Vance, a neighbor, speaks up, voice low. "I saw them at Caleb's campsite," he says. The room tenses, eyes darting. Malcolm slams his clipboard. "Meeting over," he barks. His goons glare, hands on belts. Gideon catches my eye, a nod of support. He's risking Malcolm's wrath, like Caleb did. I leave, the hill air cold, the crowd's whispers fading. My phone buzzes, a text from MR. "Keep pushing, and Jonah Holt won't help." My blood chills. Malcolm knows about my ally, Jonah Holt? The hills loom as I drive home, my mind sharp. Malcolm's fake HOA is turning neighbors into pawns, using fear to bind them. My grandfather's voice echoes. "Protect it, Ethan." I maintain Caleb's campsite to last. Jonah's vlog, Gideon's courage, Amos's map, they're my tools. Jonah Holt's platform is my ace. Malcolm thinks he's untouchable. Threatening Caleb? Rigging his pegs. He's wrong. I'm a property owner, and I'll burn his scam to the ground. I drive back to my Clearmont property. Malcolm reads threat, keep pushing, and Jonah Holt won't help, pulsing like a jammed relay in my mind. The trail cam footage of his goons cutting Caleb's campsite pegs fuels my resolve like a charged spark. The hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. Caleb's asleep, his defiance sharpening my focus. Ever had a bully threaten your ally? Drop a comment, I'm digging for truth now. I meet Jonah Holt at the county records office at dawn. The air smells of dust, stale coffee, shelves heavy with files. Jonah's laptop hums, his fingers quick. Malcolm's forging claims, he says, pulling up a 2023 AE amendment tied to Levi Morse, a clerk who vanished last year. It lists Caleb's campsite as HOA controlled. That's a lie, I say, holding Amos Kane's 1992 zoning map. The boundaries don't match. Malcolm's stealing Caleb's work on paper. My jaw locks, my zoning instincts plotting. We sift through records, the room thick with old paper. I uncover a permit addendum dated 3 months ago when I was in Idaho Falls. It claims I seeded the campsite, my signature a crude fake. This is fraud, I say, voice low. Jonah snaps photos, his camera clicking. This'll storm online, he says. My pulse surges. Malcolm isn't just bullying, he's a thief, rigging the system. Jonah Holt's vlog could torch this, but I need hard proof first. Amos calls, his voice firm. Come to my office, he says. Got evidence. His desk smells of ink, worn wood. He hands me a 1992 permit, it's paper-aged but clear. Your grandfather locked this campsite, he says. No HOA can touch it. My grandfather's handwriting is bold, unyielding. Malcolm's ignoring this, I say. Amos nods. He's got Councilman Ezra Cole in his pocket. Stay sharp, my chest burns. Malcolm isn't just after Caleb's campsite. He's bought the county. I head to the campsite where pegs meet earth. The hill air stings, heavy with canvas dust, earth. The scratched pegs, a half-inch scarred, show fresh marks. My trail cam's footage, checked on my tablet, shows 2 khaki-clad goons cutting pegs at 1 a.m., their faces sharp in moonlight. My blood surges. This is Malcolm's work, sabotaging Caleb's campsite to claim it. I save the video, my grandfather's voice echoing, Spot the flaw, Ethan. I do. Malcolm's plot needs Caleb's work. Back in my office, I study the permit. It's paper heavy with history. It lists every boundary, every right, all mine. Jonah texts, posted the forged amendment online. It's viral. I check his vlog, comments raging against HOAs. My phone buzzes, an anonymous email. You're in deep, Ward, it reads. Suspicion grips me. Are they watching my property? The hills outside stand still, but my instincts scream they're close. I set up another trail cam, hidden in the brush, its lens razor sharp. That night, I stake out the campsite, the hill air crisp dark. My tablet's linked to the cam. At 2 a.m., 3 figures creep in, tools glinting, cutting at the pegs again. The air carries a faint chemical smell, like they're staging damage. My cam catches their faces, one the lean goon from the HOA meeting. My heart races, but I stay hidden, recording. This is the proof to bury Malcolm, to save Caleb, to protect his legacy. I drive home, the footage secured. The office smells of polish, resolve. The permit, Amos's map, Jonah's photos, they're my arsenal. Malcolm's fake HOA is a rickety contraption, but I'm a property owner, trained to fix threats, break faulty setups. Caleb joins me, his eyes fierce. We'll stop them, son, he says. I nod, my hand on his arm. Jonah Holt's vlog is my backup, but this fight's mine. Malcolm thinks he's safe, bribing officials, rigging Caleb's campsite, threatening his work. He's wrong. I'm ready to break his machine wide open. I lock my Clearmont office. The trail cam footage of Malcolm Reed's goons cutting Caleb's campsite pegs locked on my tablet, their chemical stench lingering like a scorched coil. His latest email, "You're in deep, Ward," hits like a cracked bolt. The hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. Caleb's asleep, his defiance fueling my fire. Jonah Holt's vlog at 5 million views has eyes on us. Ever had a bully attack your business? Drop a comment. I'm ready to fight back. Morning breaks raw and sharp. I head to Caleb's mailbox, the hill air thick with frost, canvas scent. A notice is nailed to a fence, $120,000 0 cents fine for zoning violations. Signed by Malcolm. My blood surges. Caleb's campsite, his legacy, is now HOA property. I tear the paper, its edges rough. My phone rings. It's a business contact, voice strained. Ethan, he says, HOA called, said you're a risk. Might cancel your deal. My fists clench. Malcolm's targeting my income now. I stride to the campsite where pegs meet earth. The air smells of canvas dust, faint chemical. 3 khaki-clad enforcers, fake badges glinting, are at the pegs, tools out. Step back, Ward, the leader says, a lean guy with Malcolm's smirk. This campsite's HOA controlled now. I laugh, cold, my zoning eye sharp. You're on my land, I say, pulling up my tablet's surveys. Your citations are off by a boundary. Touch Caleb's pegs and your claims burn. My voice is iron, 18 years of precision cutting through. They pause, eyes flicking. The leader steps forward, tool raised. Malcolm says you're finished, he growls. I don't flinch. Tell Malcolm to check my permit, I say. This campsite's mine. I point to the pegs, their lines steady. One wrong move, and your case collapses. My grandfather taught me to read deals, find flaws. I know this campsite cold. The enforcers retreat, muttering, but I spot fresh cuts on the pegs, more sabotage. My trail cam, hidden in the brush, caught it. I'll check the footage tonight. Back home, I find a sign on Caleb's fence. Clearmont HOA property, no camping. My scoff is bitter. Malcolm's hosting a community briefing in his town hall, demanding fees for shared harmony. Caleb's work. I check my phone. Jonah texts, "Briefings tonight, I'm filming, be there." I grab my jacket, the hill air crisp. At the briefing, the hall glows, packed with residents. Malcolm stands at a podium, suit pressed. "Clearmont thrives under our rules," he says, grinning. "Ward's a hazard." I confront him after, holding the zoning map. "Your rules are fake," I say. "You sabotaged Caleb's pegs." His eyes narrow. "You're a problem, Ward," he says. "Back off or your deals are gone." Sheriff Silas Boone lingers, uneasy. "Just comply, Ethan," he mutters. I shake my head. "Check the record, Silas. You know this is wrong." The crowd watches, whispering. Malcolm's goons eye me, hands on belts. I leave, boots crunching leaves, the air thick with deceit. At Caleb's, I check the trail cam footage. It shows enforcers at the campsite cutting pegs at 3 a.m., a chemical bottle glinting. My fists tighten. They're staging damage, framing Caleb for Malcolm's hazard lie. I reinforce the pegs. The line's cool, the hill air still. My grandfather's voice echoes. "Guard it, Ethan." Caleb joins me, his eyes fierce. "We'll stop them, son," he says. I nod, my hand on his arm. Jonah Holt's vlog could end this scam, but this fight's mine now. The hills loom, my mind sharp. Malcolm's turning neighbors into tools, using fear to chain them. My grandfather rebuilt this campsite to last. Jonah's vlog, Gideon's courage, Amos's map, they're my gears. Malcolm's fake HOA is a faulty setup, and I'm a property owner, trained to mend threats, break shaky rigs. Caleb's shaken, Malcolm's threats. They've only hardened me. Jonah Holt's platform is my backup, but this moment's mine. Malcolm thinks he's safe, rigging Caleb's campsite, threatening his work. He's wrong. I'm ready to dismantle his scam with Jonah Holt waiting in the wings. I stand at my Clearmont office, the trail cam footage of Malcolm Reed's goons cutting Caleb's campsite pegs locked on my tablet, their chemical stench lingering like a frayed circuit. His latest email, "Your deals are gone, Ward," hits like a snapped rod. The hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. Caleb's asleep, his defiance fueling my resolve. Jonah Holt's vlog, at 6 million views, has eyes on us. Ever had a bully threaten your livelihood? Drop a comment. I'm ready to torch Malcolm's scam. I meet Jonah at his apartment, the air thick with coffee, cables. His laptop glows, comments flooding his vlog. "We're shaking them," Jonah says, eyes sharp. I show him the forged permit addendum, my signature a shoddy fake. "Malcolm's claiming my campsite," I say. Jonah pulls up a hacked email chain, Malcolm to Councilman Ezra Cole. "Funds secured," one reads. Clearward's campsite. My jaw tightens. Malcolm's bribing officials to steal my property. Jonah Holt's platform could gut this, but I need ironclad proof first. We dig deeper, Jonah's fingers flying. The emails reveal Sheriff Silas Boone's blackmail, Malcolm holding a 2020 zoning deal over him. "Neutralized Ward," Malcolm wrote. My stomach twists. The county's corrupt, Caleb's campsite the target. Jonah saves the emails, his voice low. "This is explosive," he says. "But we need more." I nod, my zoning mind mapping Caleb's pegs, their lines he maintained. Malcolm's scheme hinges on his work. I can dismantle his setup. Amos Kane calls, his voice firm. "Meet me at my office," he says. "Got proof." His desk smells of ink, old wood. He hands me a USB drive, his hands rough from years of fighting land grabs. "Gideon Vance got this from Malcolm's office," Amos says. I plug it into my tablet. It's footage, grainy but clear, showing Malcolm and two goons altering campsite markers at night. Gideon's voice whispers, I filmed this last month. My pulse surges. This nails Malcolm to the theft. I head to the campsite where pegs meet earth. The hill air stings, heavy with canvas dust, earth. The scratched pegs, a half-inch scarred, show fresh marks. My trail cam's footage, checked on my tablet, shows two khaki-clad goons cutting pegs at 2 a.m., their faces sharp in moonlight. My blood surges. They're staging damage to frame Caleb. I save the clip, my grandfather's voice echoing, find the crack, Ethan. I do. Malcolm's plot needs Caleb's work. Back at my office, I study the 1992 permit. It's paper heavy with history. It lists every boundary, every right, all mine. Jonah texts. Posted the emails online, it's blowing up. I check his vlog, comments, raging against corrupt HOAs. My phone buzzes, an anonymous email. You're done, Ward, it reads. Suspicion grips me. Are they watching my office? The hills outside stand still, but my instincts scream they're near. I set up another trail cam, hidden in the underbrush, its lens pinpoint. That night, I stake out the campsite, the hill air crisp, dark, my tablets linked to the cam. At 1 a.m., 3 figures slink in, tools glinting, loosening pegged soil again. The air carries a sharp chemical smell, like they're planning to frame Caleb for failure. My cam catches their faces, one the lean goon from the HOA briefing. My heart races, but I stay hidden, recording. This is the proof to bury Malcolm, to save Caleb, to protect his legacy. I drive home, the footage locked tight. The office smells of polish, resolve. The permit, Amos's map, Jonah's photos, they're my arsenal. Malcolm's fake HOA is a rickety contraption, but I'm a property owner, trained to spot flaws, douse threats. Caleb joins me, his eyes fierce. We'll stop them, Ethan, he says. I nod, my hand on his arm. Jonah Holt's vlog is my backup, but this fight's mine. Malcolm thinks he's safe, bribing officials, rigging Caleb's campsite, threatening his work. He's wrong. I'm ready to break his machine wide open. I grip my tablet, loaded with a 1992 permit, forged addendum, bribe emails, Gideon Vance's marker-moving footage, and trail cam evidence of Malcolm Reed's goons cutting Caleb's campsite pegs. His latest email, "You're done, Ward," feels like a stripped gear, but I'm steady. The Clearmont Hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. Caleb's asleep, his courage fueling me. Jonah Holt's vlog at 6 million views has eyes on us. Ever faced a liar in a crowd? Drop a comment, this is my stand. The fake HOA meeting packs Malcolm's town hall, rigged like a tribunal. The air smells of polish, tension, chairs crammed with neighbors. Malcolm stands at a podium, suit crisp, gavel gleaming. Sheriff Silas Boone guards the door, eyes flickering. Jonah's in the back, live streaming, his lens locked on me. Amos Kane sits nearby, hands firm. Gideon Vance is in the crowd, tense but alert. I clutch the tablet, the permit in my pocket. Malcolm's scam ends tonight. Malcolm bangs his gavel. Order, he shouts. Ward's campsite threatens our harmony. The crowd murmurs, cowed by his lies about peg hazards. I stand, voice calm, zoning precision, cutting through. This campsite is mine, I say, raising the permit. Malcolm forged documents, sabotaged Caleb's pegs. I show the tablet, displaying the fake addendum, my signature a sloppy scrawl. Whispers ripple, faces shifting. Malcolm's smirk falters. Sit down, Ward, he snaps. Your papers are void. I press on, projecting Jonah's emails. Malcolm bribed Councilman Ezra Cole, I say, stole my campsite for profit. The screen shows Malcolm's words. Funds secured, clear Ward. Gasps echo, faces turning. Ezra in the back, sweats, edging toward the exit. I play Gideon's footage, Malcolm altering markers at night. He stole Caleb's work, I say. The crowd stirs, voices rising. Gideon stands, voice clear. I signed Malcolm's petition under threat, he says. He pressured my shop. The room erupts, neighbors arguing. Malcolm slams his gavel. Lies, he yells. Ward's a danger. I'm not done. I play the trail cam footage. Goons cutting pegs, chemical stench rising. The crowd roars, some standing. Amos yells, "You deceived us, Reed!" Malcolm's face reddens, his gavel frozen. Silas steps forward, hesitant. Is this true, Malcolm? He says, voice low. The room's charged, neighbors turning on their bully. Jonah's livestream spikes, comments flooding. Expose him, one reads. I nod to Amos, who signals Gideon. Gideon speaks again. Malcolm's amendments named Levi Morse, he says, but Morse is missing. The crowd murmurs, doubt swelling. My grandfather's voice echoes, find the crack, Ethan. I'm breaking Malcolm's setup. Malcolm pivots, voice slick. We face a crisis, he says, holding a report. Ward's pegs are a hazard, they're failing. The crowd gasps, fear creeping back. Silas nods, forced to comply. I step forward, voice sharp. That's a lie, I say. Malcolm staged it, my permit is solid. I show the permit again. This protects my campsite, Caleb's work. Gideon nods, balder now. I saw Malcolm's goons at Caleb's campsite, he says. The room split, some shouting support, others clinging to Malcolm's lies. Jonah's camera catches Malcolm's sweat, his live stream hitting 7 million views. Jonah Holt's platform would end this now, but I need the crowd to shift. Malcolm bangs his gavel, voice cutting. Meeting adjourned, he snaps, his goons push toward me, but Amos steps in, his stare halting them. Silas looks away, torn. I leave, the hill air cold, the crowd's shouts fading. My phone buzzes, a text from MR. You'll pay, Ward. My pulse races, but I'm steady. Caleb's courage, my grandfather's campsite, they're my fight. Malcolm's lies are cracking, but he's dangerous. Jonah's vlog, Gideon's defiance, Amos's resolve, they're my tools. Jonah Holt's platform waits, but this moment's mine. The hills loom, my mind sharp. Malcolm thinks he can frame me, scare Caleb, steal my campsite. He's wrong. I'm a property owner. In his fake HOAs about to burn out, I stride away from Malcolm Reed's rigged HOA meeting. His text, you'll pay, Ward, searing my mind like a blown fuse. His lie about Caleb's campsite pegs failing has neighbors spooked, their eyes darting like loose screws. The Clearmont Hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. My trail cam footage of his goons cutting pegs is my counterstrike. Caleb's asleep, his grit fueling my anger. Ever been framed for a lie? Drop a comment, Malcolm's scam is about to ignite. Morning breaks, harsh and raw. News vans swarm Caleb's campsite, cameras trained on the pegs. The hill air smells of canvas dust, faint chemical. Malcolm stands with a crowd, megaphone blaring. Ward's campsite is unsafe, he shouts. It endangers us all. Residents clutch signs, protect our standards, their faces twisted with fear. Sheriff Silas Boone lingers, badge gleaming, forced to echo Malcolm's lies. My blood surges. My trail cams caught his goons staging the damage. This is Malcolm's last gambit. I step out, tablet loaded with proof. Malcolm's lying, I shout, voice steady. He rigged this. The crowd murmurs, uncertain. A reporter, young, jabs a mic at me. Mr. Ward, are you a threat? I glare. Inspect Caleb's pegs, I say. They're solid. Malcolm's framing him. The reporter hesitates, but Malcolm pushes forward, waving a fake report. Tests confirm peg failure, he says, smirking. The crowd gasps, turning against me. My jaw locks. He's winning with fear. Jonah Holt films from the sidelines, his camera capturing every word. His live stream's comments surge, people questioning Malcolm's claims. I text him, post the tampering footage now. He nods, fingers swift. The hill sun burns, the air thick with tension, chemical traces. I walk to the campsite, the crowd parting. The pegs are firm, but a chemical smell lingers, planted by Malcolm's goons. My trail cam hidden in the brush recorded it all. I'll use it, but timing's critical. I meet Amos Kane at his office, the air heavy with ink wood. His face is stern. Malcolm's pushing a seizure order for your campsite, he says. Ezra Cole's backing him. I show him the trail cam footage, goons cutting pegs at 2 a.m. This buries Malcolm, I say. Amos nods. We need a bold move, he says. Gideon's testimony could sway the crowd. My zoning mind plots. Caleb's pegs, their lines, he maintained. Malcolm's scheme depends on his work. I check the campsite, the pegs lines steady, fibers cool under my hands. Fresh cuts mark the pegs, more tampering attempts. The hill wind howls, carrying the crowd's distant shouts. My phone buzzes, an anonymous email. Your campsite's finished, Ward, it reads. Paranoia spikes. Are they watching Caleb's property? The hills outside stand still, but my gut screams they're close. My grandfather's voice echoes, guard it, Ethan. Malcolm's frame-up is working, but I'm not cornered. The news vans, the signs, they're his tools, but they're fragile. I call Jonah. We hit hard, I say. Get Gideon to the next meeting. We'll show everything. Jonah's voice is firm. My vlog's at 7 million views, he says. People are with you. I nod, gripping the permit. My grandfather's campsite, his legacy is mine to defend. Caleb joins me, his eyes fierce. I'm with you, son, he says. I nod, my hand on his arm. Jonah Holt's platform could end this, but I'll fight smart. The hill air bites, my trail cam's set. Malcolm is desperate, faking damage to steal my campsite. My grandfather taught me to spot flaws, to break faulty rigs. Malcolm's machine is shaky, his lies cracking. Jonah's vlog, Gideon's courage, Amos's map, they're my tools. Jonah Holt's platform waits. My phone buzzes again, a text from MR. Your dad's next, Ward. Malcolm thinks he can scare me, frame Caleb's campsite, threaten his work. He's wrong. I'm a property owner, and his fake HOA's about to burn out. I stand at my Clearmont office. Malcolm reads text, your dad's next, Ward, blazing like a shorted relay in my mind. His lie about Caleb's campsite pegs failing is shattered, my 1992 permit proving my control. The hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. Caleb's asleep, his grit fueling my resolve. Jonah Holt's vlog at 7 million views has the world watching. Ever flipped a bully's game? Drop a comment. I'm about to torch Malcolm's scam with a 500 biker festival. I call Gideon Vance, my zoning ally, at midnight. The air smells of polish, resolve. Gideon, I say, voice low, I need your expertise, now. He chuckles, rough. Read's done, huh? What's the plan? I grin, my zoning mind sharp. A 500 biker festival, legally permitted, will flood my campsite, exposing Malcolm's fraud. My 1992 permit proves my rights. My grandfather taught me to hit weak points, and a festival is Malcolm's. Host it big, I say, permit's mine. Gideon's expertise is my lever, and I'm pulling. At dawn, I meet Gideon at the county records office, the air heavy with dust, ink. The festival permit tied to my land goes up for approval. Gideon, boots worn, confirms my rights, his knowledge outpacing Malcolm's cronies. Permit granted to Ward Properties, the clerk declares, stamp cracking. My pulse surges. The permit tied to my zoning map confirms my control. The festival's legal, unstoppable. I tell Gideon my plan. 500 bikers, I say. No HOA rules apply. He nods, grinning. That'll burn Reed. I head to the campsite, its canvas bright, pegs firm. The hill air bites, dust swirling. I post a notice. Biker Festival, Ward Properties. Neighbors gather, shocked, murmuring. Malcolm arrives, suit rumpled, face pale. Ward did this, he shouts, pointing at me. I step forward, tablet ready. This campsite is mine, I say, voice firm. My permit. Your HOA's illegal. I show the permit, its boundaries clear. The crowd whispers, some nodding, others glaring, torn by Malcolm's lies. Sheriff Silas Boone approaches, badge glinting. Ethan, this is reckless, he says, voice shaky. I laugh, cold. Check the permit, Silas. You know Malcolm's game. Jonah films from the sidelines, his camera live streaming. Comments explode, people cheering my move. I point to the campsite's pegs, once Malcolm's claim. Your HOA's a fraud, I say. No authority here. Malcolm's eyes dart, his smirk gone. You'll regret this, he snaps. Amos Kane steps up, voice steady. Malcolm's amendments are fake, he says. He's stealing Ward's campsite. Gideon Vance nods, bolder now. I saw Malcolm's goons at Caleb's campsite, he says. The crowd splits, some shouting support, others clinging to Malcolm's fear tactics. Jonah's vlog hits 8 million views, his camera catching Malcolm's sweat. I head to the campsite, the hill air thick with canvas dust, earth. Caleb joins me, eyes wide. You got it, son, he says. I nod, checking the pegs, their lines cool. Fresh cuts show more tampering attempts. My trail cam's set, ready for Malcolm's next move. The hill wind howls, carrying distant shouts. My phone buzzes. An anonymous email. Your campsite's finished, Ward, it reads. Suspicion spikes. Are they watching my property? The hills stand still, but my gut screams they're close. My grandfather's voice echoes. Guard it, Ethan. Malcolm's campsite is mine, his lies exposed. I call Jonah. We go all in, I say. Get Gideon to the festival, we'll show everything. Jonah's voice is firm. The world's with you, he says. I nod, gripping the permit. My grandfather's campsite, his legacy, is mine to protect. Gideon Vance's expertise proved my power, but Malcolm's desperate. The crowd's turning, but he's dangerous. My phone buzzes again, a text from MR. Your family pays, Ward. My laugh is sharp, defiant. Malcolm thinks he can scare me, frame Caleb's campsite, steal my control. He's wrong. I'm a property owner, Gideon Vance's ally, and my festival is my fortress. The hills loom, my mind sharp. Malcolm's fake HOA is a faulty rig, and I'm ready to dismantle it for good. I stand at my Clearmont property. Malcolm reads text, your family pays, Ward, fading like a jam sprocket in my mind. His lie about Caleb's campsite pegs failing is shattered, my 1992 permit proving my control. The hills lie still, the canvas flapping, Caleb's work enduring. Caleb's asleep, his grit anchoring me. Jonah Holt's vlog at 8 million views has the world watching. Ever crushed a bully's lies? Drop a comment. Today, I end Malcolm's scam with a 500 biker festival. The festival roars to life on my campsite, engines thundering, 500 bikers flooding in. The air smells of exhaust, canvas dust, neighbors gaping from the sidelines. Malcolm stands at his HOA's boundary, suit crisp, megaphone useless. Sheriff Silas Boone guards the edge, eyes tense. Jonah's live streaming, his lens on me. Amos Kane stands nearby, hands steady. Gideon Vance is in the crowd, eyes fierce. I clutch my tablet, loaded with the 1992 permit, forged addendum, bribe emails, Gideon's marker-moving footage, and trail cam evidence of peg tampering. Malcolm's reign stops now. I climb a platform, voice sharp, zoning precision cutting through. This campsite is mine, I say, raising the permit. Malcolm forged documents sabotage Caleb's pegs. I project the fake addendum, my signature a clumsy fake. Bikers cheer, neighbors murmur. Malcolm smirk falters. Nonsense, he shouts. Your claims are invalid. I display Jonah's emails. Malcolm bribed Councilman Ezra Cole, I say. Stole my campsite for profit. The screen shows Malcolm's words, funds secured, clear Ward. Gasps, echo, neighbors turning. Ezra bolts for his car, but bikers block him, eyes hard. I play Gideon's footage, Malcolm altering markers at night. He stole Caleb's work, I say. The crowd roars, voices rising. Gideon stands, voice clear. I signed Malcolm's petition under duress, he says. He threatened my shop. Bikers shout support, neighbors arguing. Malcolm yells, lies! Ward's a menace. I play the trail cam footage, goons cutting pegs, chemical stench rising. The crowd erupts, some rushing forward. Amos yells, you deceived us, Reed. Malcolm's face pales, his megaphone limp. Silas steps forward, hesitant. Malcolm, is this true? He says, voice low. The air's electric, bikers and neighbors rebelling. Jonah's live stream spikes, comments flooding. Bury him, one reads. I nod to Amos, who signals the gate. Levi Morse, the missing clerk, enters with Gideon and 2 county deputies. The crowd hushes. Levi's face is grim. Malcolm framed me for fraud. He said, forged amendments, pocketed fees to claim Ward's campsite. He hands the deputies a ledger, Malcolm's bribes circled. The crowd gasps, outrage swelling. Malcolm stammers, this is a setup, his voice cracks, frail. Silas steps up, badge heavy. Malcolm blackmailed me, he says, threatened my job. The crowd cheers, clapping Silas's confession. I march to the platform's edge holding the permit. This campsite is mine, I shout. Malcolm's scam ends here. Bikers roar, engines revving. Deputies approach Malcolm, cuffs ready. Malcolm Reed, you're under arrest for fraud, racketeering, bribery, one says. Handcuffs snap, crisp and cold. Jonah's camera catches Malcolm's defeat, his vlog hitting 9 million views. My grandfather's voice echoes. Guard it, Ethan. I did. My campsite, Caleb's work, his legacy, they're safe. The festival's a triumph, a monument to justice. Caleb joins me, his eyes proud. We did it, son, he says. I nod, my hand on his arm. Neighbors cheer, bikers salute. My phone buzzes, a text from an unknown number. This isn't over, Ward. I smirk, unyielding. Let them try. I'm a property owner, Gideon Vance's ally, and my festival is my fortress. I stand at my Clearmont property. Malcolm Reed's arrest still ringing like a snapped cable in my mind. His cryptic text, "This isn't over, Ward," feels hollow now. The 500 Biker Festival, a roaring success, marks my victory. The hills sprawl quiet, the canvas flapping. Caleb's work enduring. Neighbors pour out of the festival, voices loud, freed from Malcolm's grip. Jonah Holt's vlog at 9 million views buzzes on his phone, comments cheering our triumph. Caleb's beside me, his eyes bright. Ever reclaimed your ground? Drop a comment. This win's ours. Morning brings justice. Malcolm's sentenced to 12 years for fraud, racketeering, bribery. Councilman Ezra Cole resigns, facing charges. The Clearmont HOA dissolves, its accounts seized, fines refunded. My phone rings. It's my business contact, voice warm. "Ethan," he says, "your deals are safe. HOA's lies are dust." I exhale, relief surging like a clear conduit. My grandfather's voice echoes, "Guard it, Ethan." I did. The campsite, Caleb's legacy, is mine again. I open the campsite to the community, a gathering to reclaim our land. Neighbors gather by the canvas, the air alive with laughter, the scent of grilled brisket. Amos Kane brings smoked ribs, his smile wide, free of Malcolm's threats. Gideon Vance claps my shoulder, eyes proud. "Your grandpa would grin," he says. I swallow, throat tight. The pegs gleam, sturdy as ever. Jonah's filming, his camera sweeping the crowd. "This is Clearmont," he says to his viewers. "Ward fought for us." Old Man Kane, once distant, grips my hand. "You stood firm," he says. "We misjudged you." Others nod, their faces open, no longer bound by Malcolm's lies. The air carries canvas scent, warmth. Caleb walks with his cane, neighbors' kids trailing him, their shouts bright. I check the campsite pegs, their lines cool, unyielding. No trace of Malcolm's chemical sabotage remains. My trail cam's still hidden. Keep watch. Paranoia lingers, but today it's calm. Jonah's vlog plays on a tablet showing the showdown. Gideon's testimony, Levi Morse's ledger, Malcolm's arrest, it's all there. Comments flood in, people sharing HOA fights, calling me a fighter. I'm no hero, just a property owner fixing what's broken. Amos joins me, holding coffee. "You gave us spine," he says. I shrug, but his words hit deep. My grandfather fought for this campsite, taught me to outmaneuver threat. I fought for him, for Caleb, for us. The gathering grows, neighbors swapping stories. Silas Boone shows up, no badge, just a jacket. "I'm sorry, Ethan," he says, eyes low. "Malcolm had me trapped." I nod, offering a plate. "You spoke up," I say. "That's enough." He smiles, faint but real. The hill sun sets, painting the canvas gold. My grandfather's lessons, his hands on these pegs, guide me still. This campsite, these lines, they're more than canvas. They're legacy, home, ours. I walk the campsite's edges, the pegs now open for community pride. My boots crunch leaves, the air cool, alive. Jonah's live stream ends with a call to action. "Fight your HOAs," he says. Ward did. I smile, but my phone buzzes, breaking the moment. A letter, forwarded from the county, sits in my inbox. It's from Hillview HOA claiming zoning violations. My laugh is sharp, bitter. Another Malcolm, another fight. I tuck the phone away, let them come. I know my permit, my rights. The gathering winds down, neighbors leaving with full plates, new bonds. Gideon lingers, his voice low. "They'll try again," he says. I nod, gripping the permit in my pocket. The hill stars shine, bright as Caleb's eyes when he built this campsite. Malcolm's scam is shattered, my deal's safe, my campsite mine. The crowd's laughter fades, but the pegs stand, unyielding. Caleb joins me, his eyes steady. "We won, son," he says. I nod, my hand on his arm. I'm a property owner, Gideon Vance's ally, and I'm ready for whatever comes next. I walk my Clearmont property at dawn, the Hillview HOA's letter claiming zoning violations fading like a dulled blade in my mind. Malcolm Reed's 12-year sentence, his scam crushed, glows like a honed axle. The hills sprawl quiet, the canvas flapping. Caleb's work enduring. The biker festival, now a legend, marks my triumph. Caleb's asleep, his grip my anchor. Ever fought a battle that won't fade? Drop a comment. I'm braced for more. I'm with Caleb, 65, his eyes bright like his dad's. We check the campsite pegs, their lines gleaming under the rising sun. The air carries canvas scent, resolve. "Your grandpa built this," I say, kneeling by the pegs, "taught me to guard it." Caleb nods, gripping his cane, proud. I point to the lines, their strength absolute. "This is ours," I say. "No one takes it." He grins, fierce. My grandfather's lessons live in him, in me, in this campsite. I set up a webcam by the canvas, streaming Clearmont online. Jonah Holt's idea, showing our truth to millions. His vlog's comments surge, people sharing HOA battles, cheering our win. The air warms, the sky vast. I walk the campsite's edges, my boots grinding leaves. The 1992 permit, safe in my office, locks my property, my campsite forever. Malcolm's scam collapsed, his lies burned out, but that Hillview letter hints at new threats. Back at the office, the campsite smells of earth, time. I sit at my desk, the webcam feed glowing on my tablet. The pegs stand firm, unyielding under sunlight. My grandfather's journal lies open, his words steady. Hold tight, Ethan. I did. The fight drained me, sleepless nights, threats, but it was worth it. The campsite, my grandfather's legacy, sparked this. Neighbors nod again, free of Malcolm's shadow. My deals are safe, my name clear, this campsite, these lines. They're my blood. My phone buzzes, pulling me from the journal. An email, no sender name, hits like a stray spark. Ward, you stopped read, we're watching. My pulse quickens, suspicion flaring. I check the windows, the hill's calm outside. The words echo Malcolm's, but he's locked away. Hillview HOA, or their allies, is circling. I laugh, sharp, defiant. Let them watch. My trail cams are set, my permit tight. I'm a property owner, Gideon Vance's ally, trained to spot flaws, hold ground. I walk outside, Caleb trailing me. The campsite hums, steady, unbreakable. I show him the pegs, their strength solid. This is our stand, I say. He nods, learning fast. The hill wind carries dust, defiance. My grandfather fought for this campsite, turned canvas into legacy. I fought for him, for Caleb, for us. The campsite's lines are mine. Court will settle any claims, my permit ironclad. Hillview can try, but they'll fail. I face the webcam, its lens steady. This is Clearmont, I say, voice clear. My grandpa's vision, my fight. Malcolm Reed stole, lied, lost. If your HOA's bullying you, fight back. Share your stories below, keep pushing. The feed's live, viewers climbing. Caleb waves, grinning. The campsite shines, the pegs stand tall. My grandfather's voice lingers. Hold tight, Ethan. I have, this campsite is more than canvas. It's our story, our strength. I'm ready for whatever comes next. I stand at my Clearmont property at dusk. The Hillview HOA's letter, claiming zoning violations, fading like a worn bolt in my mind. Malcolm Reed's 12-year sentence, his scam shattered, glows like a polished hub. The hills sprawl quiet, the canvas flapping. Caleb's work endearing. The biker festival, now a legend, marks my victory. Caleb's asleep, his grit my anchor. Ever fought a fight that sparked change? Share your HOA battles below, your story matters. I check the webcam feed, streaming Clearmont to thousands. Jonah Holt's idea, showing our truth, has exploded. His documentary Breaking the HOA, funded by his vlogs millions, is live now. It details our fight, Malcolm's fraud, forged amendments, bribes. The hill air smells of canvas scent, hope. Jonah's voice crackles through my phone. Ethan, he says, the film's funding legal aid for HOA victims nationwide. I nod, proud. My grandfather's campsite isn't just mine. It's a beacon now. The webcam catches the campsite, solid under the fading sun. Neighbors admire it freely, the pegs open, protected by the 1992 permit. Old man Kane stops by, his face warm. You gave us courage, he says, gripping my hand. The air carries the scent of grilled steak from a neighbor's cookout. No fear lingers. No Malcolm to bully them. I think of Gideon, Amos, Silas, their risks, their truths. My fight was for Caleb, for my grandfather, for all of us. I sit by the campsite, the pig's lines cool under my boots, the hill sky burns red, vast. My tablet shows emails from strangers, people battling their own Malcolm Reed. How'd you win, one asks. I reply, voice steady on a voice memo. Gather proof, I say. Permits, footage, allies, fight sharp. My grandfather's words guide me. Know your ground, Ethan. I knew mine, the campsite, its lines. I crushed Malcolm's lies with Gideon Vance's expertise as my edge. Jonah's documentary plays on my tablet, clips of our showdown, Gideon's testimony, Levi Morse's ledger, Malcolm's arrest, it's all there. Comments flood in, thousands sharing stories. HOA fined me $40,000, 0 cents for a barn, one reads. Inspired to fight, says another. My chest tightens. My grandfather's campsite, his legacy ignited this. The pegs stand firm, the hill air alive. The scent of earth, victory, fills me. I'm a property owner, not a hero, but I showed what's possible. I walk to the campsite, its canvas polished, a symbol for all. Caleb follows, asking about pegs. You'll learn this, I say, grinning. The sunset paints the lines gold, unyielding. My grandfather built this to endure, and I defended it. The cost was heavy, threats, sleepless nights, but the reward is here. Neighbors smile, the community's whole. The campsite's lines are mine, the law's on my side, my permit ironclad. Hillview's claim is just ash. I face the webcam, its lens steady. This is Clearmont, I say, voice clear. My grandpa's dream, my fight. Malcolm Reed stole, lied, lost. HOA's bully, but you can stop them. Get proof, stand firm, don't quit. Share your stories below, your voice matters, stop the bullies. The feed's live, viewers soaring. Caleb waves, his laughter bright. The hills glow, the campsite stands, my grandfather's legacy secure. I'm a property owner, Gideon Vance's ally, and I'm ready for any new fight. Keep fighting.